Imagine you're out on a quiet evening. The streetlights are just starting to hum, the shadows are long, and there is a scene unfolding in front of you that feels like a classic film frame. You want to capture it, but you have a choice to make. Do you use your smartphone, which compromises on the actual texture of the light in that rich, creamy background blur? Or do you wish you had brought that massive camera bag, the one filled with lenses and a body so heavy it makes your shoulder ache just thinking about it? Most of us choose the phone. We trade quality for convenience every single day. But what if there was a third option? What if the best camera you ever owned was one you barely felt in your pocket, yet it packed the raw, unadulterated power of a professional full-frame sensor? For years, the camera world has been chasing the do-it-all hybrid. We've been obsessed with 8K video, AI-powered autofocus, and massive electronic viewfinders that make our cameras look more like small computers than creative tools. But a shift is happening. A silent, powerful shift. People are tired of the clutter. They are tired of the complexity. And it seems like Nikon, a giant we thought was locked into the high-end mirrorless race, is about to drop a bomb on the industry. Rumors are circling about the Nikon ZL, a camera so minimalist, so focused, and so radically different that it might just redefine the pocketable category forever. Nikon has stayed on the sidelines of the compact premium market for a long time. While Fujifilm turned the X100 series into a lifestyle phenomenon and Leica maintained its status as the gold standard for the elite, Nikon kept its head down, focusing on its powerhouse Z-series mirrorless system. But the market has spoken. There is an insatiable hunger for cameras that don't look like machines. We want cameras that feel like companions. The ZL isn't just a new product, it's a direct response to a cultural movement. It's the pure photography philosophy coming to life in a way that is actually attainable for more than just the ultra-wealthy. Let's talk about the sensor. This is the heart of the rumor. Most compact cameras that people love, like those from Fuji, use APS-C sensors. They are great, don't get me wrong. But there is a ceiling to what they can do in low light or when you really want to isolate a subject with beautiful, shallow depth of field. A full-frame sensor is a different animal entirely. It's the standard for professional work for a reason. Putting a full-frame chip into a body that is only about 22 to 25 millimeters thick is a feat of engineering that feels almost impossible. If Nikon pulls this off, they aren't just entering the compact market, they are effectively blowing the roof off it. You would get the depth, the dynamic range, and the low-light performance of a professional wedding photographer's main camera, all in a device you can slide into your jacket pocket next to your wallet. Then there is the lens. Rumors suggest a fixed zoom lens, likely covering that legendary 24 to 70 millimeters range. Now, think about that for a second. Most premium compacts give you a fixed prime lens, usually a 35mm or a 28mm equivalent. Primes are sharp, sure, but they are limiting. You are stuck with one view. A 24 to 70mm zoom? That is the bread and butter of photography. It covers everything from sweeping landscapes and wide street shots to tight, intimate portraits. By choosing a zoom, Nikon is prioritizing utility over the purity of a prime. It's a pragmatic, user-focused decision that makes this camera a true one-and-done machine. You wouldn't need another lens, ever. That is the definition of freedom. But what about what's missing? The rumors say there is no built-in viewfinder, no internal stabilization, and no video mode. At first, that sounds like a list of flaws. But look closer. It's a list of sacrifices made for a specific vision. By ditching the electronic viewfinder, the camera can be incredibly thin. By cutting video, the processor can focus entirely on the color science and the raw data of the stills. And no stabilization? That forces you to slow down, use a faster shutter speed, and really engage with your environment. This is a camera that asks you to be a better photographer. It's not going to do the work for you. It's going to give you the tools to create something beautiful, and then it's going to step out of your way. The design itself is where things get truly fun. We are talking about three distinct finishes: a timeless, professional black, a bold champagne gold, and this incredible panda look with a cream top and a black body. These aren't just color choices, they are statements. They tell you that this camera is meant to be seen, meant to be held, and meant to be a part of your daily style. It's a piece of tech that doubles as an accessory. It bridges the gap between a high-end tool and a lifestyle object in a way that modern mirrorless cameras just don't. Now, consider the user experience. You have a tilt-only OLED touchscreen and 2 physical dials. That's it. No complicated touch menus. No buried settings. You set your aperture, you set your shutter, and you shoot. It's a distraction-free experience. In a world where our phones are constantly dinging with notifications and our professional cameras have hundreds of pages of menus, this level of simplicity is a luxury. It's an invitation to focus on the frame rather than the gear. The strategy here is brilliant. Nikon is creating a gateway. For someone who has been shooting on their phone, the ZL offers a massive leap in quality without the intimidation of a DSLR or a complex mirrorless setup. It's approachable. Once you fall in love with the images you get from that full-frame sensor, where do you go when you want more? You go to the Nikon Z ecosystem. You start looking at those incredible Z-mount lenses. You start looking at the professional bodies. This compact camera isn't an endpoint, it's an invitation to the entire Nikon family. We are looking at a potential price point in the low to mid $2,000 range. That is competitive. It's more expensive than an APS-C enthusiast camera, but it's thousands of dollars cheaper than the luxury full-frame options from Leica. It's the Goldilocks spot. It's premium enough to feel special, but accessible enough to be a realistic goal for a serious hobbyist. If Nikon hits this mark in late 2026, they are going to capture a demographic that has been ignored for too long: the sophisticated, style-conscious, quality-driven photographer who is tired of carrying a brick around their neck. Is this for everyone? No. If you need 4K video, if you need a blazing fast burst rate, or if you refuse to shoot without a built-in viewfinder, this isn't for you. And that's fine. That's the beauty of it. The ZL isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It is trying to be the best possible tool for the person who loves the act of photography. It's for the traveler walking through Tokyo. It's for the parent wanting to capture their kids without looking like a paparazzi member at a birthday party. It's for the artist who wants to keep their setup simple, elegant, and powerful. My take? I think this could be the most important camera of the decade. We've reached peak tech. We've reached a point where megapixels and speed are diminishing returns. What we are starved for is character, portability, and joy. If Nikon can deliver a camera that feels this good, looks this great, and performs with full-frame authority, they won't just win a share of the market, they will set the tone for the future of photography. We are moving toward a time where the best camera is finally, truly, the one you actually want to carry with you every single day. If this turns out to be real, it isn't just a win for Nikon users, it's a win for anyone who cares about the art of the image. The industry has been a bit stagnant, relying on minor spec bumps and iterative upgrades. The ZL represents a pivot. It represents a brand that is willing to listen to the soul of its community. It's a brave move, and in today's world, bravery is exactly what's needed to make a product go viral and stay relevant. We aren't just talking about a camera, we are talking about a cultural shift in how we document our lives. As we look toward that rumored late 2026 window, the anticipation is only going to grow. And honestly, I can't wait. I want to hold that camera. I want to see if that minimalist, no-nonsense interface really changes the way I shoot. I suspect that for many of us, it will. It will force us to be present. It will force us to look for the light. And it will prove that sometimes, less really is more. If you found this deep dive into the future of photography interesting, make sure you don't miss our next updates. We are going to be tracking every single rumor and leak about the ZL until it finally hits the shelves. So, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your fellow photographer friends who are tired of heavy gear, and make sure to hit that bell icon so you're the first to know when the next big update drops. Let's keep the conversation going. What would you sacrifice for a truly pocketable full-frame camera? Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.